Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting Minecraft discussion today. My name is Kimberly Quinn, and I am still on bear watch. There's actually snow on the ground up here at the notch, and I think they're just waking up, and I like bears. It's just that Giovanni wants to play with them like squeezy toys, and that wouldn't go so well if Big Mama came around because we saw 3 bear cubs. I think I mentioned that. You'll be happy to know I feel safe with I'm armed with mosquito fogger, long range. It's the only thing I can find in the house, just in the event. So I guess it's the illusion of feeling safe. But anyway, I'm a big fan of bears. I just think Giovanni might get a little too close. Anyway, so today, because he likes to fit in, we're going to talk about how that is fitting in is not the solution, the long-range solution to loneliness. It's just because fitting in is the opposite of belonging. So the loneliness thing we were talking about is actually crept up to the top of the list, at least in the U.S., for hazards and and things that cause death, right up there with cigarettes, smoking cigarettes every day, and obesity, if you can imagine, right up there, with heart disease and everything else, because loneliness kills. We know that loneliness kills, and it's expensive. I'm gonna try to come back this way because the wind can make that annoying sound. So first thing is that it's dangerous, hazardous, and takes lives. That's obviously number one. And the second one is that it's expensive because of all of the everything that goes into trying to take care of loneliness. Most of all, it's just awful and excruciating, and one of the worst feelings human beings can possibly experience. And the thing is, fitting in does not fix it. And so we have to sort of discuss why it doesn't fix it. So fitting in, remember, is the opposite of genuine belonging. And fitting in is kind of the illusion of belonging, because fitting in has to do with adjusting ourselves, tweaking ourselves to fit in with a group or conversation. It doesn't have to be big and huge. It can be big and huge. And we can be desperate to fit in, absolutely desperate, because of the loneliness. It's looking to kind of scratch that itch and fill that void. And it's seducing, because when we fit in for a brief moment with a group at lunch or wherever, when we're changing even our tone, never mind like our political beliefs or religious beliefs or whatever else, which is a bigger scale. But if we're adjusting ourselves on any level to kind of get that dope fix of fitting in, that's not good, because the half-life of that is bad. That's self-abandonment, betraying yourself. There is no worse thing we can do to our spirits than betray them. There is no worse thing than that. So belonging is the opposite. Genuine belonging means I belong to me. So the fitting in is out here, right? And we talked about that. If our needs for approval, our needs to fit in, our needs for whatever needs are out here, that means we've given up our power. Because if the needs are out here, that means whoever's out here, whatever the approval and everything is out there, they're in charge of how we feel. Think about that. That makes no sense. And when we need something, this sort of states, in a way, that if we need it, then that means we're not okay without it, or even debilitated. All right. So there's a whole range of uncomfortable, really uncomfortable, and debilitated without whatever it is that we need. So when we genuinely belong to ourselves, we are then okay, very okay with being in our skin. It doesn't mean we don't like the feeling of people saying nice things to us and appreciation and all that. Of course we do. The difference is we don't go looking for it. And also, a genuine sense of belonging to ourselves does involve courage. And Brene Brown, also, she's in Oprah, my friendship circle. She just isn't aware either. She does a lot of talking about the belonging thing, the genuine sense of belonging. And she brings up Maya Angelou. So this is coming to my head in this minute in the woods, paraphrased, that there was a quote, and she loves Maya Angelou, but there was a quote that she said that just took her a long time to really figure out and kind of irked her, which is, we're really truly free when we belong everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And that's obviously super abstract and profound, but I think I'm getting it after listening to Brene and things, because we're really truly free when we do belong to ourselves. And that can be easy to say and hard to do, but like practice with anything, we get better at it. And wow, and the courage part, cur is Latin for, it comes from cur, which is Latin, courage. And that is the true courage is to be able to share your story without knowing what the outcome will be on the receiving end, knowing or caring, really. And the same thing with just putting yourself out there in general. And when we truly belong to ourselves, we can do this, and it's so incredibly liberating that I just can't tell you. And it really does take care of the loneliness thing when we belong to ourselves, because we take it with us. We're not dependent on all these moving objects out here. When we take it with us, we're free, because it goes everywhere we go, and we feel whole and complete and fulfilled. And it's just the truth. And also, when we have that genuine sense of belonging to ourselves, that courage thing, it goes hand in hand, because the freedom too, we have the freedom to stand up and stand alone. Brene talks about that too, because we feel so genuinely and authentically confident that we don't feel like, oh no, did I say something wrong? Oh no. You know, that doesn't mean we don't apologize if we do say something wrong, but we're not like on this riding the fear train of, did I say something? Did I do something? What do you think they thought? Like, who cares? Okay? So the sense of belonging thing is real and genuine. It goes where we go. And it also attracts, when we're on the authentic path, we attract other authentics who also belong to themselves. So we can belong to ourselves and feel a more authentic sense of belonging with other authentics, because they are all in for watching you rise and you watching them rise and being your best high vibe self. They're not trying to take you down. They're not jealous. They're not envious. Not any of that. Because authentics just aren't into that. Jealousy will kill you, literally. I mean, it's just the worst. And so when we have that genuine sense of belonging, we attract others that are kind of in the same spiritual place. And so the support is also genuine. They're like yipping and hooing and hollering for you to rise. Totally for you and support you, and you with them. So that's it. We're not talking about fitting in. We're talking about belonging. Fitting in does not fix loneliness. Belonging to yourself does. This is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the beautiful woods with lots of bears. Have a mindful day.